Hey, folks, it's Mark Arum. I hope you're enjoying the Mark Arum Show podcast. A reminder, you can hear this very radio show live Monday through Friday. We're live 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Mark Arum with you for the next 2 hours with one eye on the game, one eye on the prize. The game, of course, the Braves Division Series, end of 7 innings. Braves leading the Cardinals 4-3. If and when the Braves win, we'll go live to St. Louis with Jay Black. Sandra Parrish is up at the Battery outside of Suntrust Park. Go Braves, go Braves. We are going to do a movie Monday tonight. Johnny Kielbasa will join us with a fast food review. But as we do every Monday to kick off the show, we play Millennial Match Game.
Let's play Millennial Match Game.
Joining us live in studio, a first-time contestant on Millennial Match Game. It is Cy. Cy, welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
What's going on, Mark?
Tell the folks a little about yourself, Cy.
What's up? I make TV shows, actually, for our parent company, Cox Media Group. Mm-hmm. And then I also am a podcaster. It's called The Future Bachelor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we do a weekly podcast with my co-host, Veronica. She also works in the company as well. And,
excellent.
Yeah, we talk about pop culture and Bachelor recaps and stuff like that. So.
And how old are you, Cy?
I am 31.
All right, so you're an older millennial.
I'm a little older.
A cusper, yeah. The first question I have for you is, if you make TV shows for the company, where's the Mark Arum Show? What the hell's going on, my friend?
I've been working on it for a while, man.
Right.
I'm going to let them know you're a big fan of Rihanna. I like that intro music.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll talk after the show.
Excellent. All right, so Cy, this is his first time playing. 31-year-old millennial, seems to be on top of his game. We shall see. Today, Cy, I'm going to give you a little prep before we meet our contestants. Today's match game theme are famous TV and movie automobiles.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you can start thinking about famous TV and movie automobiles. Let's meet our contestants on the line. We'll start off with Craig in Alpharetta. Craigers, welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
Doing well, thanks.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Craig.
I'm 50 years old, 22-year resident of Atlanta, and one hell of a model American.
There you go. You're a great American, my friend. You're going to be playing with a great American that I know personally, Dave in Kennesaw. Dave, where you been, buddy?
Preach, brother.
Welks, man.
Sorry to be away for so long.
Everything all right with you?
Yeah, just living La Vida Loca and catching you when I can. I still listen. I just don't have opportunity to call.
Understood.
But.
So Dave's one of our longtime listeners back when we were on 10 to midnight. He was a feature of the Mark Arum Show. Good to have you back, Dave. That's all I needed. The folks need to know you're friends with me. That's all they need to know. All right, here we go. Match game, famous TV, movies, and automobiles. I am going to say a famous TV or movie automobile, and then you guys have to guess whether or not Millennial Cy will know what it's from. You got it? Pretty simple.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. First up, Craig, we'll go alphabetical order. The famous TV or movie automobile is the Mystery Machine. The Mystery Machine. Will Millennial Cy know what TV or movie that is from? The Mystery Machine.
I'm going to say no.
I say no, too. That's a tough one. Cy, The Mystery Machine. What TV show or movie is that from?
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to go with a cartoon that I grew up watching called Scooby-Doo.
Oh, my God. You got it right. I grew up watching Scooby-Doo, but I wouldn't have gotten that. Oh, that was the wrong one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have the clip for that. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
There you go. So I'm going to skip that one that I just played. All right, so Craig, no point for you. I would have gotten that one wrong, too. Dave, here we go. The famous TV or movie automobile is named Eleanor. Eleanor. Will Cy know what TV or movie show the car or vehicle's name was Eleanor?
No.
You say no. I say no as well. Cy, Eleanor. What TV or movie is Eleanor from?
I would have to... This is a guess. I don't know. Dukes of Hazzard.
Ladies and gentlemen, my great pleasure to present...
Oh, man. There you go.
This Eleanor.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Oh, no.
Gone in 60. I wouldn't have gotten that one either.
Man.
I watched the first one of those, and I was done.
Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Very famous car.
I understand, but how many have they made? Oh, no, Fast and the Furious I'm thinking about,
Yeah, you're
too.
thinking of the wrong one.
Yeah. I've never seen
I
any of
got
those.
Gone in 60 seconds.
He would lose
All
this
right.
game, huh?
Dave, I'd be losing this game. Dave gets the point. All right, here we go. The famous TV or movie automobile is the DeLorean DMC-12. DeLorean DMC-12. What famous TV or movie automobile is that from? Will Cy, the millennial, know? The DeLorean DMC-12.
I think he's pretty sharp. He's going to know this one.
I think so,
I'm
too.
gonna say yes.
DeLorean, I could have just said DeLorean. You'd probably know what it is, right?
Well, I did mention my podcast earlier, and it's called Future Bachelor.
Yes.
It was actually named after my favorite movie called Back to the Future.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah.
All right, you
they
got
call
it
me
right.
the Brown Marty McFly. So.
Back to the Future.
You built a time machine.
Out of a DeLorean. Good job. All right, Craig gets the point. Dave, you're up. The famous TV or movie automobile simply named KITT. KITT. Will Millennial Sci know what TV or movie had the famous automobile KITT?
Si, since you're 31, I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to say you will know this.
I think so, too. That's a pretty famous automobile right there. Sci, the automobile's name is KITT. What are we talking about? Do you know?
Are we talking about, is David Hasselhoff, right? It's
In the
voiced by
ballpark.
Mr. Feeney.
Yeah? Mr. Feeney.
What is this? No, it's Knight Rider?
Yes.
Yes.
Good job, Dave. So you pulled that one out. I probably would have, just the fact that you knew Hasselhoff.
Thank you.
The judges would have given you that. But yeah, this is still one of the very underrated TV shows.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Back to round 2 Millennial Match Game, brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. Deb Green, what's the score?
We got Craig at 1 and Dave at 2, and it's Craig's turn.
Craig is up. It's the famous TV movie automobiles edition of Millennial Match Game with Millennial Sci in studio. 31 years young. He's already accomplished more in his life than me, Longo, and Chuck put together.
Go on.
All right, here we go. Craig is up. The famous TV or movie automobile is called the Ecto-1. The Ecto-1. Well, Millennial Sci, what famous TV or movie show the Ecto-1 is from?
I'm going to say yes.
Wow, all right. I would have said no on this, but listen, Sci's proven his mustard so far. The Ecto-1, Sci, what TV or movie show is the Ecto-1 in?
Well, this one doesn't take 1.21 gigawatts, but it might take some plasma. It's from Ghostbusters.
Wow. This is crazy.
I'm not even good with automobiles.
And shocks and brakes.
Remember, it was the old ambulance that Dan Aykroyd overpaid for. Now, Si, you work for the same company as Deb and myself.
Yes.
Did you hack into Deb's email to get all these answers?
No, I'm a pop culture fiend, and I'm born in the 80s, so these are my movies.
All right, here we go. Dave's up. Dave, the famous TV or movie automobile we're talking about right now is Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen. Well, Millennial Sci know what famous TV or movie show Lightning McQueen is from?
No way.
No way in hell, says Dave. Lightning McQueen, Sci.
Lightning McQueen. I'm going to have to go, this is a guess, Grease.
That's a hell of a guess, though. No, it's Cars.
Oh,
Lightning McQueen. Yes.
I've never seen Cars. I know.
I'm not a cartoon guy either.
All those Pixar movies, I've never seen any of them.
I'm with you, brother.
Fantastic.
Was it good, though?
Yes.
It was good? All right. I mean, I've heard of it. All right. Dave gets the point, right? Because he said no. Here we go. Jem, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Craig is up. Millennial Match Game edition of famous TV and movie automobiles.
Just like it's spelled.
All right. The famous... So if I don't know it, that should give you a hint, Craig. The automobile is called Drug-U-La. Oh, I get it. Drug-U-La. Drug-U-La. Will Millennial Sci know what TV or movie show had an automobile named Drug-U-La?
I'm going to go no on this.
Yeah, I don't know either. I kind of butchered the pronunciation. Sci, Drug-U-La.
I'm going to go with Scarface.
No, that was a good one.
I don't know.
It was the Munsters.
Oh!
Another great show and another great intro. That was the name of their car?
That was Grandpa's car.
The Drug-U-La?
I watched this growing up, too. But...
That was a good show. All right, so Craig gets the point. Dave is back up on the famous... I just want to hear the motors. All right, here we go. Famous TV and movie automobiles, match game. Dave, the famous automobile is simply titled The General Lee. The General Lee. Will Millennial Sci know what TV or movie had the automobile The General Lee?
Oh, yes, he'll know it.
He knows it. Dave confidently says, Sci, you'll know this. The General Lee, my friend.
Is that Dukes of Hazzard?
That is Dukes of Hazzard,
Yeah.
buddy.
Bam.
There we go, bro.
Just a good old boy. Who recorded this, Deb? You're a music person, dude.
Waylon?
Is this Waylon Jennings? No kidding.
Yeah.
Now, is this point in his career in the 80s? Did he do it for free for the publicity, or was he still big then?
He was still pretty big at the
Yeah.
time, but I think he was just into the project.
So this wasn't a song that he already recorded.
No, he did it for the TV
Did it-
show. Yes.
That's pretty good. Chuck's tapping his foot, his cowboy boots over there. All right, good job. Who's up now, Deb? I'm sorry. I was lost in the song.
Turn.
All right, Craig is up. Millennial Match Game, famous TV and movie automobiles. The automobile is called the Bumblebee. The Bumblebee. What do you think, Craig? Will Millennial Side know what TV or movie starred an automobile called the Bumblebee?
I'm going to go with no.
No, either. I would have gone no as well. Bumblebee, Millennial Side, 31 years, young, strapping young lad. He's been crushing the game so far, but the Bumblebee, what TV or movie show is that from?
This one could be a trick question because they just came out with a movie called Bumblebee, I think.
Yeah.
But it's originally from Transformers.
Oh, my goodness. Good job. Can you hear that?
Yeah, we can.
I never saw that show. I never watched
Really?
that show. Yeah.
The cartoon? Either?
No, it came out like just a little too late for me. I was not in that time frame. So how do you know about that?
They had movies come out.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
movies aren't that old, right?
All right.
Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark. All right, one more before we go to break. Match Game, famous TV, movies, and automobiles. Who's up, Deb Green?
It's Dave's turn.
Dave, here we go. Light Cycle is the name of the famous automobile. Light Cycle. Well, Millennial Side know what TV or movie that is from. Light Cycle.
I'm sorry, Si, but I'm going to have to say no on this
I'm
one.
saying no as well. Light Cycle, Si.
I'm right there with you, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that's Tron.
Oh, Tron.
I love the original Tron. I wouldn't have gotten that one right.
Probably why you didn't watch Transformers.
Exactly right. All right, Dave gets the point. And a Millennial Match Game round 2. What's the score, Deb Green?
Craig at 3, Dave at 5.
All right, we got a final round of Millennial Matching coming up. Brought to you, as always, by Rocco's European Garage, famous TV and movie automobiles edition of the Mark Arum Show. Millennial Match Game on 95.5 WSB. Final segment of Millennial Match Game brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. Deb Green, what's the score and who's up, my
We
friend?
got Craig at 3, Dave at 5, and it is Craig's turn.
All right, Craig, you need this one to stay in the game. Famous TV movie automobile edition of Millennial Match Game. Millennial Side has been killing it so far. Herbie, the name of the famous automobile is Herbie. Will Millennial Side know what TV or movie show Herbie is from?
He's known them all so far, just about. I'm going to go with yes.
He says yes. Herbie.
Okay. I knew this one was coming. But the only problem is that the movie's not called Herbie.
Yeah.
It's,
Herbie. Ba-bum-bum. Ba-bum-bum.
Herbie.
What is Herbie?
Ba-bum-bum.
Punch Bug? He is a punch bug, right? Herbie.
I'm going to give it to you. The
Fully
love
loaded.
bug. The love bug.
That's
Yes.
it. Oh, that.
When in doubt, remember, that's what Longoria's wife calls him.
The love bug.
Yeah, my little love bug. All right, Dave,
sweet.
Dave, you need this one to win it. The famous car is called the Bluesmobile. The Bluesmobile. Well, Millennial Side, know what that's from.
All right, Si, I'm taking a chance on you because this is a classic, so I'm going to say that you'll know this.
Real quick, Side.
Well, I mean, you mentioned Dan Aykroyd before, and if you know that one, you got to know Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers, right. Dave is the victorious, but we got prize for both of them, Deb Green. What'd they win?
Yeah, we do. You're both going to go check out the Atlanta movie tour. Is a walking tour or a bus tour? It's your choice.
Millennial Side, thanks for coming and give the folks a shout-out for your social media stuff.
Yeah, check me out on Instagram for That Fly Kid and The Future Bachelor, and listen to us each week. Find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Good job,
See you,
Side.
man.
We'll be right back on the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, this is Tom Glavine, and you're listening to The Mark Arum Show.
For a second.
Thanks, Tommy G. Tommy G, probably in St. Louis watching the Braves right now. Our Jay Black certainly is. It's a tie ball game, 4-4 in the top of the ninth. As soon as that game goes final, we'll bring you the results. Jay Black's live in St. Louis, so we'll hear from him. Sandra Parrish is up at the Battery partying with Braves fans, watching the game on the big screen there. Very cool stuff in the National League Division Series. Braves win today. They will win the series. And if they win, Longoria, this is big for you.
Mm-hmm.
Doug Turnbull's going to host a little Braves talk at 8 p.m.
He is, yeah.
So another reason to root for the Braves.
And I got to stay here till 9. Yeah,
There you
yay
go.
for me.
Start of the show for Longoria.
All right,
before
great.
we get back to the program, I got some breaking news from the WSB family. This is fantastic. You ready, guys?
Yep.
Congrats to new granddaddy, Clark Howard. Clark Howard
Really?
becomes a grandfather for the first time. His daughter had a baby boy, and they named it
Mark Arum.
I wish. Clark. They named it
Really? Clark?
yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
I think that might just be an internet rumor.
okay.
I'm not sure about the name, but I know I just texted Clark congratulations. So yeah,
Cool.
Clark Howard. Imagine. All right, so like normal grandparents, like your parents, Chuck, and your wife's parents, absolutely spoil your daughter, right? I mean, just
yes.
Whatever. Your dad brings fresh bear skins from Montana when he comes to visit.
Stay warm.
Brings them, I don't know what else, snowshoes from Montana.
Yeah.
I don't like whatever Montana. I mean, they just spoil your daughter, right?
Yes.
Like incredible. Can you imagine how bad Clark Howard is going to spoil his granddaughter?
You think he's going to add it up first before he spoils?
Well, I mean, whatever he does, he's going to buy at Costco to spoil her. But
sure.
They're going to go to the dollar store to buy it.
Yeah, but I mean, God,
he's going to buy a dollar store.
Well, no, listen, Clark's the most generous guy I know, and when it comes to generosity, he's not a cheapskate. And he's gonna, he is gonna just spoil that girl out. Do your in-laws and your mom spoil your girls?
My mom spoils her more than my mother-in-law.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's because your mother-in-law's there all the time.
Yeah, she's there, but my mom, spoils.
Give me an example of how she spoils your daughter.
Whatever, dude. If they ask for something, it doesn't matter if we've told her don't give it to them. She's gonna buy it. Candy,
rum,
clothes, anything. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah, any toys, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is. Whatever. If she called her and said, I want this, she's getting it.
Yeah.
She didn't do that for me. But
but you know what? So I grew up in a different era. I think we all did. But when I was a kid, the spoiling my grandparents did would be laughable by today's standards, right? So when I'd go visit my dad's parents lived in Far Rockaway, New York, and in an apartment building. So I would go visit them, and spoiling me then, like my mom would be like, "Oh, you're spoiling me," was giving me green Jello for dessert. Like that was my mom considered spoiling me.
I got to raid the Werther's Original.
Yeah, exactly.
I would eye that, and my grandma would be like, "Yeah, you can have one."
The ultimate old person candy. I still love Werther's. Yeah, but like my grandparents didn't spoil me. They didn't buy me toys or Atari. No, my grandmother gave me green Jello, and that was my mom. Oh, you're spoiling him. He's going to want green Jello at home. The hell, it's green Jello.
Did she make it, or did she go buy it?
Oh, my grandma made everything.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's okay to make Jello.
Well, in 1978,
they didn't have it.
They didn't have it ready made. You had to make the green Jello. But that was back in my day. That was being spoiled. And I'd come home.
It's a lot different now.
Grandma gave me green Jello. My mom's like, "You're not getting green Jello."
That's so funny.
I know. You're gonna have the red Jello, and you're gonna be happy. I don't know if this green Jello was like more expensive or whatever, but that was
green Jello's the worst.
Yeah, it is.
Well, as a 6-year-old kid, it was new. Like all I'd grown up
That's
with.
probably why she gave it to you, because she didn't want it, and she was like,
"No, it's like it was just she got like a variety pack
about it." Yeah,
had all these green ones left.
She called you Arum,
my
too.
dead grandmother under the bus. She was cleaning out the closet, the green Jello is about to go bad.
It used to be red, but now it's green.
Give it to Arum. Give him the green. Russ joins us in Gainesville. Russ,
come here a minute. I want to talk.
What's going on, my friend? You must have had an amazing weekend. The temperatures were low. The women were out.
I did something like I've never done in my life.
Oh, is it safe for radio?
The greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
Safe for radio, Russ?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
Remember that girl, Candy? She's the new girl.
They all blend together, Russ. Where did you meet Candy?
Well, I met her on the square.
Yeah, on the bench.
Yeah. So anyways, she calls me Friday and says, "Come get me." And then when she gets in the car, she goes, "Sabrina wants to know if she can go with us and stay with you too." And I said, "Who's Sabrina?" She goes, "My twin sister."
OMG.
Twins, Max.
I've got 34-year-old identical twin sisters living with me.
By the way, hold on a second, Russ. So Longoria just referenced a line from Annie Hall, the famous Woody Allen movie.
Yeah.
Do you know, all right, like it's a famous line.
Oh, yeah.
Twins, Max. Do you remember how old he said they were?
Yeah, I kind of...
In the movie?
They were young.
Yeah, like 16. He goes, 16-year-old twins, Max. Twins.
Do you understand the mathematical possibilities?
Yes. Like, that's creepy AF.
Yeah. Well, back then it wasn't.
I don't know. It still might have been. It should have been. All right, this is a cliffhanger. Russ, hang tight. Russ had twins this weekend. We'll come back and get the rest of the story after this. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. We go to the bottom of the ninth, tied up 4-4. Braves and Cardinals. This is the Mark Arum Show. Still to come on the program, we got a little movie Monday action. Johnny Kielbasa with a football minute. Great news weather-wise, though. 77 degrees on Peachtree Street. We'll call this a 3 on the Mark Arum Show back sweat meter, Deb Green. I know you keep records of this for the historical purposes of the show, so it's only a 3.
Yeah,
today.
since the records were keeping.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, so when we last talked to Russ in Gainesville, he mentioned twins. Let's go back to Russell right now. Russell, finish up. You, Candy and her sister, what's going on now?
Sabrina and Candy. Well, they are identical. I mean, same haircut, everything. It's like you can't tell them apart except from the clothes they're wearing. And it's unbelievable. I've never had this before. I don't know.
When you say I've never had this before, what exactly is going on? What's the situation?
Well, I guess I've never been with twin girls before. And they told me this is the first time they've ever been with the same guy.
Wow.
So
Russ just living his best life, my friend. Why are we not living in Gainesville? Why are we not living in Gainesville, Longoria?
I have no idea.
Apparently, it's a hotbed of social activity. Well,
twins.
Russ, I'm going to say that I'm going to say don't screw it up, but
well, come on now.
As history has shown, we're going a max of 8 days with this pair of twins.
I'm not good. I'm good at picking up girls, but not good at keeping them. So
we'll see what happens. We'll work on that. That'll be your New Year's resolution.
Okay.
All right, Russ. Good to hear from you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Deb has this look of just...
disgust?
Well, not disgust. Disbelief, maybe.
It's sometimes.
He sent me a picture.
Of the sidewalk chalk?
Yeah, of sidewalk chalk, not two girls.
How old are those girls?
I don't know, Deb. I better not ask too many questions. Rory's in Alpharetta. Rory, welcome to the Mark Arum Show. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you, Mark?
Excellent. What's going on, buddy?
So tell Russ to watch out for the green Jell-O, because in our house, that's more of a joke because of that lady who killed her husband and her boyfriend.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, she put antifreeze in it.
Oh, antifreeze. Your grandma was giving you antifreeze Jell-O.
Exactly right.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was.
When was this?
Lynn Turner or something like that.
Oh, the local story.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was green Jell-O.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was green Jell-O, and they used she used antifreeze.
Oh,
and
man.
Actually, the first person died.
Yeah.
And then she married the next, or she was dating the next guy, and then he died. They exhumed the other body and found out that they had both died of poisoning from antifreeze.
And
One
green
of those
Jell-O
guys was my
so
buddy
that's
Phil's
the joke
friend.
of green Jell-O in our household.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I probably haven't had green Jell-O since I was 9. But, no, I don't think my grandma was trying to...
She did. She didn't
trying
do
to
it right.
off me. That's...
Yeah,
wow.
She didn't do a good job.
No, listen, Grandma loved me.
Maybe that's why your mom wouldn't give you green Jell-O. She knew what was up. She was like, she's giving you antifreeze. I'm not giving you that.
You're not going to Grandma's anymore. Yeah. Speaking of, I was just telling Maya this the other day. I would go, I grew up in Connecticut, and my grandparents lived in the city, in New York, at Far Rockaway, in one of those tall apartment buildings. And I used to go there. I don't know. I was like 4 years old, and I'd go to the park with my grandfather, and I'd be walking in the street, and he'd be like, "Get out of the gutter! Get out of the gutter!" And I didn't know what the hell a gutter was. Like that was just New York speak for the street.
Okay.
I'm like, what? And I was crying, and my mom's like, "What's the matter?" He goes, "I don't." I'm like, "I don't." Grandma told me to get out of the gutter. I don't know what the hell the gutter is. But it was just like. That's how it was said. Get out of the gutter. All right, I'm going to get out of the gutter when we come back after news, weather, and traffic. And we're going to do Movie Monday. So, Deb Green, The Joker premiered, I guess it opened this weekend, and it said some sort of like biggest October weekend in an odd numbered year, whatever.
Okay.
Like some sort of box office record. I have no desire to see that. But as a kid, The Joker and the Batman TV series scared the crap out of me.
The Sid Caesar one?
I don't know if it was who was playing him.
With
was
the
it
old
That's
Adam
the
West?
guy that scared you?
I don't know. I remember I'm thinking the Penguin. The Penguin scared me.
Oh, okay.
Because he was just a weird-looking dude. But anyway, forget my phobias as a child of the gutters and the Penguin. The movie Monday question tonight is, and it's very simple. We're going to do this one and done. The best movie villain of all time. In your opinion, who's the best movie villain of all time? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. On to Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. What do you know? It's the Mark Arum Show.
The Mark Arum Show is performed before a live studio audience.
No, I run this town to be near you. I stand
back to the show and a good Monday Eve to you. Mark Arum here, you there at 7:07, 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. This is the Mark Arum Show, heard Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. My whole family's here together. Deborah Green, the executive producer of the Mark Arum Show, even though she'll deny it in public. Longoria, the stoic Eskimo on the other side of the takeout window. Low T Chuck screens your calls. Playoff brace ball. We're going to the bottom of the 10th. It's tied up 4-4. Atlanta Braves trying to win the National League Division Series in St. Louis. If that happens, Doug Turnbull's going to do a special hour Braves talk at 8, assuming the game ends before 8. I guess whenever the game ends, if the Braves win, Doug will be on. So, Longoria, you could be here till midnight.
Nope.
Very cool. Real quick before the Movie Monday question. The Joker debuted this Friday, was record-breaking box office thing. I am not going to the movie theater to see that. But in honor of the Joker, obviously a villain, the best movie villain of all time. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Before we get to the calls, real quick weekend check. How was your weekend, Deb Green?
Oh, it was fine. We had a little Oktoberfest and some Halloween decorating. I'm on concert hiatus.
What does that mean? You're no concert?
Yeah, for a couple weeks.
How come? Porqué?
Because I went to like 3 festivals in a row, so I need a little break.
All right. Longoria, how was your weekend? Schlongoria?
Pretty good. Just, normal stuff, swim class, and then we went date night last night to the Fox.
How old are you now?
How old am I? 42.
And you're still taking swim classes. You still haven't
No,
learned.
I'm not. My daughter is.
It was a joke.
Yeah,
joke. Chuck, how was your weekend, buddy?
It was good.
Even though I need them, I probably really do need them.
Chuck learned how to swim years ago.
I did learn how to swim.
His dad threw him in the creek in Montana, and it was either sink or swim.
Right in.
And Chuck swum. I had a good weekend. Thanks for asking.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I went to the Ramen Fest.
I saw that.
Yeah, which is just like
ramen.
It was at a West Side Brewery, and so there was 20 restaurants that made they're not all ramen restaurants. So Fox Brothers Barbecue made their own ramen.
Oh, okay.
And General Muir, which is a Jewish restaurant, made their own ramen. And Maya bought the tickets. I don't know how much they were, but you go in and you can get little cups of ramen. And folks that I say this to, they're like, "Why? What the hell? Why would you celebrate ramen?" Ramen is not just what you'd eat in college. The 79-cent thing. Ramen's an actual dish. It's like mac and cheese. Yeah, there's Kraft mac and cheese you get in a box, but you can also have lobster mac and cheese and, real good mac and cheese. So these are really good ramen. And you get a little cup like this, like a little soft serve ice cream cup of the noodles and the broth and however they wanted to do it. And oh, my goodness.
I bet you that was good. I was kind of jealous of that when I saw that. I was like,
we'll go next year. I'll take all you guys next year, except for Deb, who probably doesn't eat
Never
ramen.
eaten ramen in my life.
Really?
Not even in college.
Not even the cheap stuff?
Never, not
Really?
once. Nope.
Do you like noodles in general?
Yeah, I do. I just made it through college without having to eat ramen.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
She was not food insecure.
I was never hungry.
Her parents sent her blocks of Wisconsin cheese to gnaw on. But yeah, it was a really good time. And those noodles fill up. They explode in your stomach. But I was crushing. I had second and thirds on some of them. It was really good. And the bartender there was a fan of the show, Russ. So not Russ in Gainesville.
No.
Russ at the brewery. All right, Movie Monday, 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Ellis in Alpharetta. Ellis, welcome to the Mark Arum Show.
Hi, how are you?
Excellent. What's going on?
Well, I did see the Joker movie over the weekend. I don't want to say I'm a hero.
Do you recommend it?
I did it for everybody. No, I wanted it to be good so badly because I was very against all of the pushback against it, saying it was going to incite terrorism and nonsense. So I really wanted it to be good, but it was just so angsty. I fought with my mom too, but it didn't seem like enough.
No spoilers here.
I'm sorry.
So, you could be our official movie critic. So, do we go see it, or we wait to see it on demand at home?
Well, like I said, I wanted to contribute to the box office because I didn't appreciate all the initial pushback.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a good movie, I would wait.
To be fair, I never go to the movies anymore. I've been dating Maya for almost 2 years now. We've never gone to the movies together. We watch them at home.
I used to love to go to the theater. Now it's just terrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
Awful place to be.
I don't think it's terrible, but there's never.
It's the people that are there that make it bad. It's not the movies, but it's everyone getting up and down in their phones and loud chewers. Yeah,
loud chewers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What movie theaters are you going to?
The cheap ones.
The cheap ones.
Oh.
The matinee. I would go. I'm not opposed to going to the movies, but it's just the state of movies today. There hasn't been a movie I got to go see that in the theater, right? There hasn't been a movie that I'm dying to go see. If
you ever just want to get out of the house?
No, I work 2 jobs. I'm out of the house plenty. I like to be home in bed with Bosco, Netflix and chill. which I now know means something different. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Dan's at Woodstock on a movie Monday. What's going on, Danny boy?
Just doing my job and talking to you on the phone.
My man. Best villain in movie history. What do you have?
For the modern era of movie history, Khan.
Wrath of Khan?
The Wrath of Khan, and even the remake, the J.J. Abrams.
Didn't the Fantasy Island guy, wasn't he Khan? The guy from Fantasy Island?
The little guy?
Yeah. No, not the little guy.
Ricardo Montalban.
Mr. Rourke, yeah, Ricardo Montalban.
Oh.
He was, I don't know. Listen, I liked the Wrath of Khan, but I mean...
Oh, it was great. He killed Spock, and then in the remake, he killed Kirk.
Understood, but watching that movie, I'm like, it's the guy from Fantasy Island. Like, I couldn't totally buy him as a villain. I'm like, oh, he's the Fantasy Island guy.
Oh, yes, true, but he was Khan before he was the Fantasy Island guy.
No.
From the TV series.
Oh, in the TV series. Okay. All right, I'll take that. Wrath of Khan, thinking outside the box. Lee's up next on the Mark Arum Show. Hello, Lee.
Hey, how you doing, Mark?
What's up, brother?
I've got an unusual one. It's Grady from The Shining. Grady is the guy that convinced Jack Nicholson that he hated his own family.
Oh, no kidding. That was his name?
That was his name,
Look
Grady.
at that.
I had to look it up. I knew who it was, but I had to look it up.
My favorite part of that movie, my favorite character of that movie was Scatman Crothers.
The rabbit.
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the rabbit.
Scatman Crothers. I love that guy.
Yeah.
He was in Twilight Zone, the movie, too, with the kick the can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fresh young minds. I always wanted that drop. We can never locate it. Fresh young. By the way, I want to talk about this later, Deb Green. Make a note. I binged watch Mindhunter. Have you guys seen Mindhunter on Netflix?
No.
Anybody?
It keeps coming up, but I just haven't clicked on it yet.
So
I've heard it's good.
There's 2 seasons. It got recommended to me. In the first season, it's about the transformation of the FBI in the late 70s from like Herbert Hoover to more of analytical stuff, like getting inside the mind of serial killers. The second season is all about Atlanta's missing and murdered in 1980. Oh, my God. I watched the whole thing Saturday night. All 9 episodes. It's so good. I want to talk about that later because that Atlanta's missing and murdered children story, crazy stuff. Chef William joins us on the program. What's going on, Chef?
Hey, how you doing? Just stuck in traffic like normal.
My man, what's going on?
Nothing. A movie that I really enjoyed the villain is actually Matthew McConaughey plays the villain. It's called Dark Tower.
Dark Tower. Refresh my memory on that.
It's about our kind of alternate universe where he uses kids to try to destroy all the 7 Reps. It's a Stephen King book, but they made a movie out of it. But he kind of plays the devil in his kind of sarcastic, funny way. And it's just a really good, villain.
1989 Dark Tower? Does that sound about right?
It's the newer one. It's the newer one.
Oh, all right. No,
it's a Stephen King book.
A Stephen King book. All right. We have breaking news. Unfortunately, not good breaking news.
Where is heck?
The Braves just lost to the Cardinals in St. Louis. An extra inning sacrifice fly scores the winning run. Braves lose 5-4. They'll be back at Suntrust Park on Wednesday for the deciding Game 5, which I would imagine. Oh, I'm off Wednesday.
Yeah.
Jewish holiday. So we're not broadcasting. You all might be broadcasting live from Suntrust Park. But interesting thing here. So Max Fried, this is a Jews nugget. Max Fried is Jewish. And if, Wednesday, if he is asked to pitch, I don't know if he would pitch or not.
Yeah, what are the rules with that?
Well, Sandy Koufax famously refused to pitch in the World Series because it was on Yom Kippur, the holiest of holies.
Oh, is it the biggest
That's the big one,
okay.
yeah. I don't eat, I don't drink, I don't do anything on Yom Kippur. Max Fried, I wonder if he'll be there. Jews nugget, belated Jews nugget on that. All right, well, interesting. All right, so the Braves lost. I'm sorry. Shane's in Swanee. Shane, welcome to the Mark Arum Show.
Hello, Mark. Hello, friendo.
What's up, buddy?
Well, the best villain of all time said that line, hello, friendo. It was Anton in No Country for Old Men.
Oh, we flipped the coin?
A spoiler alert, he won.
The flip the coin
good guy
guy
won in that movie.
Well, no. Well, who are you saying was the good guy?
Anton was the bad guy. He was the one that had the cow prod that he killed everybody with in the Lucky Quarter?
He broke his arm at the end, but didn't the good guy die in that?
The good guy died, and Anton won.
Yeah, the bad guy won.
Yeah, the bad guy won.
All right. I thought you said the good guy won. No, that was a scary villain right there. Best TV or best movie villain of all time. Do you know who I liked? And he was the protagonist, I think, in oh God, what's his name? Daniel Day-Lewis, where he played the oil man. Like he was the villain and
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood. Like
he is great.
He was both.
That's
he was
my favorite movie.
I've only bought one movie on iTunes, and that's it. So I have that. I bought it because I was on a flight that didn't have TV, so I downloaded it. There Will Be Blood, amazing movie. Tim's in Douglasville. Tim, welcome to the program.
How's it going, everybody?
What's up, brother?
One of my first of all, I agree with you with the movies. With a larger family, it's just so expensive nowadays. So with Voodoo and everything, it's just easier to stay home.
Yeah.
But with the Thriller movie, and they made a lot of them, but that was the first one for me was the movie Saw with Jigsaw.
I'm such a non-horror movie guy. I've never had any desire to see Saw.
And well, the first one is not as much of a horror film until the rest of them kind of like Hollywood took over on the rest of them. The first one was more of a lower budget. It was more of like a mystery type of. It wasn't like graphic horror type of. It's more of that's still one of my favorite ones.
Interesting. All right, I'm going to see Saw eventually, just not today. Salmon is in. Salmon? Is that your name?
No, it's Salmon.
Oh, Salmon. Chuck, how do you spell it?
It's Ghalmus.
All right.
You got to forgive my southern vernacular.
No, that's fine. Salmon in Jonesboro. Go ahead, brother.
I'm going to have to go with Freddy Krueger, man.
Oh, the all-time classic villain.
I'm going to have to go with Freddy because he controlled the show. He got you in your dreams, so he controlled the show.
Frederick Krueger.
Freddy.
I think I only saw the first. Again, life's scary enough. I don't need to go out to the movies to be scared. There's enough things that frighten me in life. Then I don't need the movies to scare me. Best movie villain of all time in honor of the Joker opening this weekend. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. On Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. Programming note, Longoria, even though the Braves lost, Doug Turnbull's going to do a little Braves talk at 8 p.m. Braves lose Game 4 of the National League Division Series 5-4. Game 5 back in Atlanta, Suntrust Park on Wednesday. We'll be right back. Movie Monday on The Mark Arum Show.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Braves lose 5-4. Boo, boo, boo. That's all right. Now we can just clinch it at home. Division Series Game 5 here at Suntrust Park. Doug Turnbull's going to do a Braves talk at 8 p.m. Longoria's going to stay late for that. It's fantastic. Movie Monday.
It's not.
Best movie villain of all time. Best movie villain of all time. 404-872-0750. Paul is in Rockmart or Raul. I can't tell Chuck's spelling. You're either Paul or Raul. I'm going to flip a coin on this one.
Raul.
Hey, Raul. What's up, buddy?
Want to suggest Jack Torrance, played by Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
So not the guy that made The Shining, made Jack Nicklaus go crazy, but actually Jack himself.
Oh, yeah, Jack himself.
Yeah, all right, that makes more sense. Ellen's in Tucker. Ellen, welcome to the program.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Excellent. What's going on?
Well, first of all, clear up something right about The Shining. The movie was not what the actual villain was. Jack Torrance had alcohol problems, so it was all psychological. So nobody made him murder his family. It was all in his head.
Yeah, and also this is all fictitious. just to reiterate, this was not a true story.
And lastly, my last name is Torrance. So.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Like California?
So I read that book when I was with an E, though, instead of an A.
Oh, that's a cooler way to spell it.
Okay. By far, best movie villain of all time, if we're going all the way through the history of movies, was Robert Mitchum in The Night Hunter.
Wow, that's going back.
It's a black and white movie. He played a preacher who was searching for his these two young kids, and they hid away with this woman. And he used to have the love-hate thing tattooed on his knuckles. If you haven't seen that movie, you have to see that movie because it was It still affects me to this day when I watch it. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Give me the name again, Ellen.
The Night Hunter.
The Night Hunter. By the way, am I the only cast member of the Mark Arum Show that doesn't have a tattoo right now?
Yes.
I know you've got him, Schlongoria. Chuck's got the state of Montana on his back. Deb Green, you're tattooed, right? You're tatted up.
Yeah, 6.
6 of them, that's it?
That's
Slacker.
all.
Slacker.
I do need some more.
I have become the minority when it comes to the tattoo-wearing community.
Yeah, get on it.
I'm good. I'm good. It's actually a religious thing. I'm not allowed to get tattoos.
Oh, okay.
No, it's true.
I have a Jewish friend who ended up getting his grandfather's numbers on him.
Oh, the Holocaust numbers?
Yeah, so that can't all be true.
Way to bring the show down, Deb. All right, we're going to come back more with Movie Monday next on the Mark Arum Show.
Hi, this is John McGinley. If you're listening to the Mark Arum Show, I celebrate Mark's entire catalog.
It's so good to be born in America, where all men are free. It's so good to be born in America, all the home of the red, the white, and the blue.
Welcome back to the show, and a good Monday evening to you. It is 7:30, 7:23 in front of 8 o'clock. Mark Arum and the Bananas with you till 8 p.m. Monday through Friday on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. Douglas Turnbull and pals will join you at 8 o'clock to talk about the Braves' tough extra inning loss in Game 4 of the National League Division Series to the Cardinals. Braves will be back home on Friday trying to win the series Wednesday at Suntrust Park. It's Movie Monday tonight, Gab Green, and we're talking about movie villains because The Joker debuted over the weekend, and set some sort of weird box office record, October weekend opening. So we're talking about the best movie villain of all time. I know you have a wide breadth of knowledge when it comes to all things pop culture. Any suggestions? What do you think?
My favorite movie of all time is Psycho, so I'd have to say Norman Bates.
Oh, that's a classic. Longoria, the stoic one. Best movie villain of all time. The plane that went down in La Bamba?
Yeah, the plane that went down in La Bamba. All
right.
That's true.
It was so funny.
Evil.
Someone tweeted out over the weekend. It was really funny. They were on a plane and they were watching La Bamba, and they tweeted out to Lou Diamond Phillips, like, "Hey, Lou Diamond, check out what I'm watching on the plane ride to Dallas or whatever." And then he writes back and goes, "Probably not the best movie to watch while on a plane."
No, it's not.
Too funny. Chuck, the Montana Man, the dude from Whitefish, Montana.
Bruce Dern and the Cowboys with John Wayne.
Ooh, all right. You guys are going old. I like it. Actually, Longoria actually didn't give us an answer, but we'll stick with La Bamba. So, best villain. I keep saying worst villain. I guess you have to be the worst to be the best. Best villain in movie history at 404-872-0750. Greg joins us in Winder, Georgia. Greg, welcome to the show. Greg, you there, buddy?
Everybody clap your
nice.
hands.
Justin on that. Good job, buddy. Everybody clap your hands. Ricky's in Alpharetta. Ricky, welcome to Movie Monday. How are you, sir?
How are you, Mark?
Excellent. What's going on?
It would be Al Pacino's character, Tony Montana, and Scarface.
Wasn't he supposed to be the good guy, though? I mean, he was a villain, but kind of like the Daniel Day-Lewis character that I was talking about earlier, both the protagonist and the antagonist.
Yeah, but he did some villainous stuff.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
I mean, that scene from the bathroom where they chained him up.
Oh, that was just awful, yeah. In the hotel?
I was like, oh, my God.
The motel, excuse me, not even a hotel, a motel.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, we were rooting for him, weren't we, in that movie? I mean, he was the guy we were rooting for. So I guess he was a villainous good guy? Or a bad, I don't know. I don't know how you'd phrase that. Speaking of Daniel Day-Lewis, another bad guy, villain, Bill the Butcher.
I just watched that this weekend.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was on.
That's a good movie. Despite Leonardo DiCaprio, that's a really good movie. Yeah, I mean, I like the movie. I'm not a huge Leo fan, but I thought that movie was pretty good. Josh is in Athens, the classic city. What's up, Josh?
Not much, man. Driving home.
Best movie villain of all time.
I have a three-way tie for him. One of them I'm sure has already been mentioned, Heath Ledger's Joker. He's the best Joker there is.
I agree. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. He was amazing in that.
Then John Malkovich as Cyrus the Virus in Con Air.
Okay.
And then Denzel Washington in Training Day.
Yeah, that was really good. I still think that might be that and Glory might be his two best performances of all time. We've done whole shows on Denzel. Training Day is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a good movie.
Do you know what was a great thing this weekend, Longoria?
What's that?
My domination in fantasy football. Let's do Johnny Kielbasa in the Football Minute. Wrapping up the weekend that was in the world of pigskin. He not only is your fast food guru, he is your football expert. He's Johnny Kielbasa with the Football Minute.
All right, everybody, let's score a touchdown together, Atlanta. Week 5 of the NFL, bye week in college, pumpkin spice week in America. Your Atlanta United FC finished the regular season with a win over New England, and next Saturday they'll play New England again in single elimination MLS playoff action. Your downtown Panthers racked up 713 yards against our Kansas State. Go down and see one of their games already. Your Matty Ice has thrown for over 300 yards every week this year, but the Magic City Dirty Birds are 1-4. What's the problem? Well, Deshaun Watson throwing for 426 yards and 5 TDs doesn't help. Your North Oconee Bulldogs climbed Old Rocky Top and found a moonshine still. The Bulldogs still haven't found number one, and I reckon they never will. Your Midtown Ramblin' Wreck needs some new scientific calculators because their post-option story problems just aren't adding up. Mason Rudolph took a shot and paraded around in a helmet without a face mask, changed his name to Mason Yukon Cornelius. Mark Aram's New York football Giants came back down to earth and are currently holding open tryouts for a running back to feed into the New England meat grinder after a short week. So, and tonight, America's team proven time. Take control of the next on that.
Falcons are a legit dumpster fire right now.
Ugh.
There were people that picked them to win the Super Bowl. And they might be worse than the Giants, Johnny K. An absolute dumpster fire are the Atlanta Falcons.
Figure it out. Figure it out.
I take no joy in saying that. No, they're not going to figure anything out. Dumpster fire. Deshaun, by the way, a fantasy football note, Johnny K. Longoria, big Texans fan. He's got Will Fuller on both his teams.
I benched him.
On the bench, Johnny Kielbasa.
In our league, I didn't need him, but in Jay's league, I needed him, and I could have used him.
Yeah, you could have used him. All right. All right, let's do a little fast food review with Johnny K while we got him.
And now, on the Mark Arum Show, it's time for the Fast Food Review.
Joining us live in the Greasy Salty Hotline from parts unknown, height unknown, weight. We do not want to go. Johnny Kielbasa in the ever-so-popular Fast Food Review. How you doing, Jonathan?
I'm doing great, Mark Arum. I'm wrapped in bacon. I'm here for the taking. I'm covered with cheese, and I aim to please at all 30 locations around the greater Atlanta area.
What's on the menu tonight, buddy?
The weather's finally cooling down a little bit. Let's go to the drive-thru, Mark. Let's go to Sonic drive-thru and enjoy one of their new burgers, a garlic, butter, bacon burger. 4 of my favorite words on earth, to tell you the truth. And anytime a fast food joint decides to put butter in the title of a burger, I'm all in. When you throw in garlic and bacon and some tots on the side too, hey, why not?
You know what? I know that Sonic is behind this burger because I saw an ad for it on Instagram. Like, I know about this because Sonic is spending money to promote this burger. The garlic butter burger. Longoria, you're a burger guy.
I am.
What do you think about that garlic butter?
I was craving Sonic this weekend. I'm going to have to go now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Saturday night, I was like, I want to go.
You prego?
No one's prego.
Johnny, it looked, I know it's an ad on Instagram, but it looked fantastic. What do we think about this? Worth the trip to Sonic?
Yeah, it definitely saves me the time. I like to keep a stick of butter in my glove compartment and a little cooling thing. And I usually take that out and rub it on any burger that I get while I'm driving down the road. But for them to just go ahead and put the burger on top of it and butter at the same time, I like it. It's not that big of a burger. It's a small burger, but it's got a lot of taste. It's almost like a big Crystal with more ingredients on it. It's buttery. It's garlicky. They got some onions on there. You got a couple strips of bacon on there. You got some cheese and a soft little bun. They go down fast, so you're going to need 2 or 3 of them to satiate that
thirst.
All right, so there you go, Longoria. That's a new thing. We've had a lot of innovation in the burger world, but that's the first time I can remember anyone putting a certain specific type of butter on a burger. So the garlic butter burger at bacon burger at your local Sonic. I like it. I like it, Johnny K. I mean, it looked so good on the Instagram ad. I was like, damn, that is a fine-looking burger. That's a fine-looking piece of meat, Johnny K. Johnny, we appreciate you as always, and...
The cholesterol is high, baby. So follow me on Twitter and Instagram and listen to the Off the Chart podcast on any pod app or JohnnyKielbasa.com.
All things Kielbasa on JohnnyKielbasa.com. Appreciate you, bruh.
Go Browns, bruh.
There you go. I need Nick Chubb to score like 14 touchdowns tonight in one league. John is in Duluth. Duluth is on fire. John, welcome to Movie Monday, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Mark. This has been a really great walk down memory lane. I'm really enjoying it.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Yeah. I think one of the most evil people I've seen on the screen is Hannibal Lecter.
That's why I got a lot of replies on that on Twitter. Classic. Okay. But again, it's so weird. I think these movies that we're talking about are so great because the villains, we still root for him. Like, we were rooting for Hannibal Lecter, right? I mean, he was a beloved, horrible dude, but lovable in some sort of weird, freaky way.
Yeah, but he's just so cold and deliberate. He knows what he's doing, and he gets in your head, and it just gives me the willies.
I guarantee. What year did that come out? 1989?
I think it was like 90.
Something like
90?
that.
I bet the year after, there was not a single girl in America named Clarice. Like, no one in the nation is like, oh, well, let's name our daughter Clarice, right? Like that, Clarice. Like, that ended that name right there. I don't know if it was a really popular name before then, but Hannibal Lecter ended people naming their kids Clarice.
Well, and I've been in restaurants and I've seen fava beans on the menu.
Oh, yeah.
And I do a double take.
The fava bean industry was really happy about that. Like, they put them on the map.
They did.
I don't know if they're getting any tariff subsidies. We'll check in with Charles Thomas from the Revenant in just a second. I don't know if the fava bean industry is getting any tariff subsidies from the government. Chuck's in Cleveland. Speaking of Cleveland, Chuck, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing? Well, that was my person was Dr. Lecter, but his best line was when he escaped from prison and called Clarice. She asked what he was doing, and he said, "I'm having an old friend for dinner."
For dinner, exactly. I love the respect you paid him. You're Dr. Lecter.
Yeah.
That was very nice, Chuck. Dr. Lecter. Seth's in Marietta on a Movie Monday. What's cooking, Seth?
Oh, just doing a Costco run, man.
Nice. What are you going there? What's the one thing you definitely got to get at Costco right now?
I got to pick up some pictures for my wife tonight.
That was not the answer I was expecting.
Staples,
all right, yeah, exactly. Toilet paper was I was going for. All right, best movie villain of all time. What do you have?
The assassin from No Country for Old Men. I don't even think I say a name in that movie.
No, they did. We had one caller say earlier, but again, he was scary with that air thing gun that Chuck used to kill cows with back on the farm.
Yeah, and he's another one that you rooted for. You wanted him to get that guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of liked the guy with the what was his name? The guy from Goonies, the older brother in Goonies. I kind of liked him, and I liked his wife, who's British, by the way.
Oh, really?
Put on that Southern Texas accent. Yeah, she was from Boardwalk Empire. She was Nucky Thompson's wife in Boardwalk Empire. Dave's up next on the show. Hey, Dave.
My favorite villain is the Wicked Witch of the West.
From the classic Wizard of Oz.
That's right.
Tough to beat that.
Made an impression on me at a very young age, and I don't think there's been a more hated woman in the world than that.
Outside of politics, I think you're right. That's a great call. That is a great... Yeah, I forgot. Like, she's the original ultimate villain. Wicked Witch of the West with the green and the nose and the mole and all that.
She doesn't do much.
She flies around. Anton Chigurh was the name of the villain in No Country for Old Men, by the way. Al Pacino, Devil's Advocate, says Andrew on Twitter. I'm down with that. We'll finish up Movie Monday when we come back on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. This is The Mark Arum Show.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Final segment of Movie Monday. Got to be real quick here. Best movie villain of all time, and then we got to go. Bill, what do you have? Best movie villain.
Best movie villain is, she mentioned Robert Mitchum earlier. Robert Mitchum in the original Cape Fear.
Ooh, good. Well, 2 Mitchum references on Movie Monday. I'm impressed. William's in Dallas. William, worst or best movie villain of all time? What do you have?
One of my favorite actors, Michael Keaton, and Pacific Heights.
I never saw that. I love Michael Keaton, though. Jesse's in Emerson. Jesse, best movie villain of all time. What do you have?
Hey, Mark, love the show.
Thank you, brother.
Best movie villain of all time has got to be Darth Vader.
Oh, man, that's a great call. Darth Vader. Never rooted for Darth until the end. PJ, worst or best movie villain of all time. What do you have?
Well, I have to tell you, I really like Chief, but Nurse Ratched, she gave me a frontal lobotomy.
There you go. Rob's in Norcross. Rob, best movie villain of all time.
It was with two short films that I just saw. The first one was called Gorilla. The next one is called To Go Play.
Excellent. Ending movie money with two movies no one's ever seen. Let's do star of the show. I got to think about it. I'll post my answer on Twitter later. I got to think about that. We're going to give it to Millennial Cy. Dude crushed it today in Millennial Match Game. Good job, Cy.
Yeah, he did.
I should have given it to Longoria for having to stay an extra hour, but that's right. That's why you're the stoic one. Doug Turnbull live in studio talking about the Braves loss today to the St. Louis Cards. Big show tomorrow night from 6 to 8 p.m. We'll continue the conversation on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. In the meantime, go to sleep, little baby.
Go to sleep, you little baby. Guests of the Mark Arum Show stay at the All Suite Omni Hotel, located in the heart of Chicago's magnificent